Hello, everyone. I'm not here to scare you, but I am here to give you a nudge, a friendly one. The kind you'd get from someone who cares and who's been around long enough to know when something's not quite right. Because today, we're talking about something that's in a lot of food and drinks, something millions of people use every day thinking it's the healthy choice. But science? Well, science is starting to say otherwise. Artificial sweeteners. You'll find them in diet sodas, sugar-free yogurts, those little colored packets at the coffee shop. And they promise all the sweetness with none of the guilt. But new research is raising big red flags, especially for older adults. We're talking about memory loss, mood changes, and yes, even the way your body processes food and moves. So in this video, I'll walk you through 5 reasons why those sugar-free choices might not be doing you any favors, and what to look out for instead. And do me a favor, watch to the end. It's not long, and this is the kind of thing that really could make a difference. Also, please like and subscribe to the channel and smash that little bell icon, as they say, so you won't miss any of my new videos. That would mean so much to me. Also, if you've used artificial sweeteners regularly or decided to cut them out, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below and tell me what you've noticed. All right then, let's get into it. Let's start with this: artificial sweeteners and memory. Now you'd think something labeled sugar-free would be better for your brain, right? But according to recent studies, artificial sweeteners, especially aspartame, may be doing just the opposite. Researchers from the University of Illinois found that regular consumption of aspartame was linked to increased anxiety and memory problems in lab animals, and some of those effects were passed down to the next generation. Now, I'm not saying you're a lab rat, but the results got scientists concerned enough to look deeper. Turns out the brain doesn't like being tricked. When we eat something sweet, our brain expects calories. But with sweeteners, it doesn't get them. That confusion? It can interfere with appetite regulation, mood, and short-term memory. And researchers like Dr. Chris Exley have suggested that long-term use of artificial sweeteners could play a role in cognitive decline, especially in older adults. So, if you find yourself forgetting things more than usual, maybe check what's in your coffee first. Yay, here's something you might not know. Sweeteners can mess with your insulin. You'd think no sugar means no blood sugar problems, but it's not that simple. Several studies, including one published in Cell Metabolism, found that artificial sweeteners like sucralose and saccharin can disrupt your gut microbiome, which in turn affects insulin sensitivity. That means your body may stop responding to insulin the way it should, even if you haven't eaten a grain of sugar. And if your body can't use insulin properly, that's a fast track to fatigue, weight gain, and even type 2 diabetes, which is the very thing most people are trying to avoid with diet foods in the first place. Dr. Aaron Elenov, one of the lead researchers on this study, said the findings suggest that artificial sweeteners may not be inert as previously thought. And the gut? It's not just about digestion. It's connected to your immune system, your mood, even your brain health. So what happens down there echoes up here. Now this one surprised me. It might be affecting your balance. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition looked at older women who regularly consumed diet drinks with artificial sweeteners and found a higher risk of hip fractures. Now, what's that got to do with sweeteners? Well, Researchers think it's a combination of factors: disrupted calcium metabolism, altered insulin signaling, and reduced nutrient absorption, all tied back to how these chemicals affect the gut and bones. Dr. Vasanthi Malik, a nutritional epidemiologist at Harvard, has said, while artificial sweeteners might be calorie-free, they are not consequence-free. So if your legs feel a bit weaker, if your balance feels off, it might not just be age, it might be what you're drinking. Let's talk about mood and sweeteners. Ever feel a bit foggy or down after a diet soda? It's not in your head, or rather, it is. Studies have linked aspartame to increased risk of depression and irritability, especially in people with mood disorders. One double-blind study published in the Journal of Biological Psychiatry found that participants consuming high aspartame diets had more headaches, lower mood, and reduced cognitive performance compared to those on a low aspartame diet. And here's the kicker: these effects showed up within just 8 days. That's not long at all. So if you've been feeling more anxious, more flat, or just not yourself, maybe check if that zero-calorie yogurt or soda has something to do with it. You might be trying to eat clean and accidentally muddying the waters upstairs. And finally, your taste buds are getting confused. Artificial sweeteners are often hundreds of times sweeter than sugar, and that messes with your palate. You start expecting everything to be that sweet, which means natural foods, fruit, vegetables, even grains, start to taste bland. That leads to cravings, overeating, and sometimes giving up on healthy habits altogether because they don't taste good anymore. Dr. David Ludwig from Harvard Medical School has said that chronic exposure to hyper-sweet foods, even without calories, may desensitize the brain's reward system and lead to more intense hunger signals. So that sugar-free snack? It might be training your brain to want more sweetness while giving you less satisfaction. And that's not a great deal, is it? So there you go. 5 reasons that sugar-free might not be doing you any favors. Look, I'm not saying you need to toss everything in the bin, but a little label checking might go a long way, especially if you've been feeling more tired, more forgetful, or just a little off lately. Sometimes it's not age, sometimes it's what we've been told is healthy that's quietly taking a toll. Let me know in the comments. Have you used artificial sweeteners regularly? Have you stopped? What did you notice? And if you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more honest, no-nonsense health talk from someone who's still figuring it all out. Just like you. Take care of yourself. You're not done yet. Not even close. Bye for now.